It is a fantasy land and one of the best ways to get away from reality. Celebrity culture has gone crazy. And I think the reason is that real news is just not bearable, and it also seems impossible to change anything. The obsession with celebrity culture is what is driving Indian news channels to concentrate only on that news which increases their TRP. The most recent example is the news coverage of the death of Devi, the actress. As soon as the news of her death was received, all TV channels continuously started telecasting the news of her death. They started with the news of her death and then graduated to various quickly put together shows on her childhood, early life, rise to stardom, etc. etc. for the whole day yesterday and today, till the time the celebrity is finally cremated. The whole nation will come to a standstill. It will be Shridevi, and more Shridevi. This rabid coverage of a relatively insignificant event has deep roots in the collective psyche of our nation, which is obsessed with celebrity culture. Being famous is replacing traditional goals. A poll of 16-year-olds finds that 54% of them want to be famous, but only 1% want to work in an office and 4% want to become teachers. We are raising a whole generation who will spend a whole lifetime of feeling like a failure. Working in a sea of cubicles is soul destroying enough without your broken dreams hanging over the whole time. Thanks to social media, we can all feel a little bit famous every minute of the day. Even if you have only 50 Twitter followers, that is 50 people who seem to care about what you have to say, who might retweet a joke or like a photo. These micro fame moments have become addictive and are destroying your self-esteem. They are doing nothing to improve it like intended. Millions of people who post selfies on Instagram are bothered only when they don't get enough likes and will even take posts down if they don't garner enough attention. For a drained low-caste laborer or a stressed white-collar employee, celebrity culture can be quite entertaining. The upbeat dances, over-the-top fights, the too romantic love scenes, and the very bold dialogues are all figments of personalities we want to be, but which we can't be for obvious reasons. So, it's a move away from reality, living in the dream world. Thus is born an obscene obsession with celebrity culture, which has led to such a rabid coverage of an insignificant event like death of Devi, to such an extent that even PM Modi and President Ram Nath Kovind made a statement on the death of the actress.
मैं शिवकांत गौतम आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। बॉलीवुड की मशहूर अभिनेत्री श्रीदेवी नहीं रही हैं। 54 साल की अदाकारा दुबई में एक फैमिली समारोह में शिरकत होने गई थी। वहां पर उनके हृदय गति रुकने की वजह से मृत्यु हो गई। यह खबर सुनने में यकीन नहीं कर रही है, लेकिन अब वो हमारे बीच में नहीं रही हैं। श्रीदेवी के निधन पर पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी और राष्ट्रपति कोविंद नाथ ने भी दुख जताया है। पीएम ने ट्वीट कर कहा, सुप्रसिद्ध अभिनेत्री श्रीदेवी की आकस्मिक मृत्यु से दुखी हूं। फिल्म जगत की एक ऐसी अनुभवी अभिनेत्री थी। उन्होंने अपने लंबे करियर में विविध भूमिकाएं, यादगार परफॉर्मेंस दी। दुख की इस घड़ी में मैं उनके परिवार और समर्थकों के साथ हूं। भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे। वहीं राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद ने भी कहा है कि श्रीदेवी की मौत पर दुख व्यक्त करते हुए उन्होंने लिखा, श्रीदेवी के निधन की खबर ने चौंका दिया है। अपने लाखों प्रशंसकों को दिल को तोड़कर वो चली गई हैं। मुरनाई पिरई, लम्हे, इंग्लिश विंग्लिश जैसी फिल्मों में उनका प्रदर्शन अन्य एक्टरों के लिए प्रेरणा का स्रोत रहा है। उनके परिवार और करीबियों को मेरी सांत्वना। जी हां, कांग्रेस के ट्विटर हैंडल से भी लोगों ने ट्वीट किया है। कांग्रेस ने भी श्रीदेवी के निधन पर ट्वीट कर शोक व्यक्त किया। हालांकि कांग्रेस के ट्वीट को लेकर सोशल मीडिया पर आपत्ति दर्ज करवाई गई है। दरअसल कांग्रेस ने अपने ट्वीट में लिखा, श्रीदेवी को यूपीए सरकार द्वारा 2013 में पद्मश्री से नवाजा गया, जिस पर सोशल मीडिया में लोगों ने गुस्सा जाहिर भी किया है। तो पीएम मोदी और राष्ट्रपति ने शोक जताया है श्रीदेवी के निधन पर।
It is really ironical that news channels which went crazy over the news of Shri Devi's death don't spend even a fraction of time covering events such as death of young army men whose life is getting snuffed out every day in the line of duty, protecting you and me and this country from the evil designs of nefarious organizations. The stepmotherly coverage of the sacrifices of these young men by TV channels has given rise to campaigns such as Be an Indian Worth Dying For. Are we such a heartless and crazy nation that we are fanatical about a Bollywood actresses and couldn't care less for real life heroes who gave the supreme sacrifice in the prime of their youth for safeguarding us from the forces which threaten the very core of our existence and the concept of India? The facet of life in India is our over-obsession with the game of cricket. The whole nation comes to a standstill whenever India is playing cricket and especially playing with Pakistan. Even when we know matches have been fixed in the past, even when we know that organizers manipulate teams and events to draw maximum profit from the events, we continue to watch this silly game, which is the poorest game in terms of contributing towards building up physical fitness. It is a game which, even in the T20 format, lends itself to wasting a whole day of the obsessed fans. Cricket's insane popularity is harming other more meaningful sport. Had our countrymen even showered a fraction of their love of cricket on other sport too would have come up. Let us see some examples of how our apathy with anything but cricket has affected various aspects. Rashmita Patra. From the young age of 12, she had been an ardent footballer with many accolades to her credit. Rashmita participated in many state and national level tournaments. Her team represented India internationally in the Asian Football Confederation for the Under-16 Women's Qualifier at Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in 2008. In 2010, the Odisha team won the National Women's Football for Under-19 in Cuttack, courtesy of her awe-inspiring performance. 1 year later, she again played for India in the Senior AFC qualifying round and won the country an invitational series in Bahrain. She was also part of the Odisha team that won the Senior Women's Football Championship in Bhilai in 2012. Now, beetle shop owner. But that is all ancient history now. Pitted against adverse conditions of party, she started a beetle shop in Atul, Bhubaneswar, detached from her favorite sport. Rashmita's past plaudits robbed her of an education when she took up football, foregoing her matriculation exam as well. Inept for a job herself and married to a man without a fixed income, Rashmita was rewarded the short end of the stick with few takers for her cause. In an interview with the Hindustan Times, she candidly expressed how her passion for football was thwarted by financial constraints. Football is in my blood, but poverty has nipped my career in the bud. Sarwan Singh. For a man who made his country proud, Sarwan Singh's fame is mostly unrecognizable. Today, many of us would flounder if asked about his athletic achievements. Then hurdler. Swarn won the gold medal for 110-meter hurdles at the 1954 Asian Games. He crossed all 13 hurdles and over the 110-meter track in a historic 14.7 seconds. Now he is a cab driver, stroke an agricultural laborer. This hurdler, however, failed to jump across the tallest of hurdles in his life, poverty. Humiliated and distraught, Singh drove a taxi rented out by one of his friends to support his family. After a while, he took to farming to sustain his finances. His coveted Asiad gold remained a relic with no material benefits. Offered a monthly pension of 1500 rupees, Sarwan Singh struggled to survive by doing odd jobs, working even at the ripe old age of 70. Shankar Lakshman. A long time after retiring from hockey, Shankar Lakshman did not feature on the media radar. But his death in 2006 left all news portals in a tizzy to draft the most heart-wrenching obituary. Lakshman was the star goalkeeper of the Indian hockey team during 3 successive Olympics, that is 1956, 1960 and 1964, and also captain of the team which won the gold medal, trouncing arch rivals Pakistan at the Asian Games in Bangkok in 1966. However, Lakshman's acumen on the field was of little consequence in his life after the game. In those days, financial rewards were unheard of. In his final years, suffering from gangrene, this great player succumbed to the ailment with no money for proper treatment. His prowess on the field could be replicated by few others, and even in death his game spoke for him. Sita Sahu. A spirited teenager who won 2 bronze medals at the Athens Special Olympics in 2011, Sita Sahu did the nation proud after securing 3rd place in the 200-meter and the 1600-meter race at the Special Olympics. Now she is a Golgappa seller. Amidst the jubilation of having won these accolades, Sita was also desirous of some assistance from the government to help uplift her from poverty. Left to her own devices though, she now assists her mother make a living by selling Golgappas at the local market. This young girl from Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, was promised an award of 1 lakh rupees for her achievement, but nothing has materialized thus far. The government and the bureaucracy are embroiled in a blame game of epic proportions to pay heed to her plight. The ever-sensible mother of the girl did not wait around for non-existent monetary benefits. She deemed it fit to train her daughter in other trades that may serve her better than her speedy run ever did. Mary Kom. Even after such a successful and awesome film on her life, she remains unnoticed. Just after a month of release of a movie, she won a gold medal in Asian Games, still unnoticed. She has Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Arjuna Award, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award and many more laurels to her credit. She is the only woman to win a medal all the 6 types of boxing championship. She is nicknamed as the Magnificent Mary. But how many of us know that? So viewers, I request you to stop your maniac obsession with everything Bollywood and everything cricket. Let us also concentrate on other sport and on other real life heroes. Thank you for watching. Viewers, if you have liked this video, please subscribe to my channel, and once you have subscribed, please press the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I release a new video.